Your 20s are often glorified as the best years of your life, a time of freedom, exploration, and endless possibilities. Yet, for many of us, it feels like the exact opposite. Instead of carefree adventure and career milestones, the decade brings us anxiety and existential dread. This period of life has been dubbed the quarter-life crisis. The term has become very popular in the last few years. Just type it into YouTube and you'll see countless videos of 20-somethings going through the same struggles. Not living up to their potential, worrying about disappointing their parents, hating their job, struggling to pay bills, and then comparing their boring lives to the exciting ones they see on social media. This disconnect between expectation and reality has become the defining feature for the modern 20-something experience. The growing pains of transitioning from childhood to adulthood is not unique to millennials and Gen Z. But every generation of adults inherit their own set of world struggles. For us, we must confront astronomical housing costs, mounting school debt, an unpredictable job market, and the constant threat of World War III. We are then reminded about these things 24/7 through our phones, so it's no surprise many of us feel overwhelmed or even depressed. Are we completely doomed then? Is there any way out of this seemingly hopeless situation? While we cannot control the external factors that shape our world, we can control how we respond to them. This period of uncertainty and even despair, though challenging, is fertile soil for personal growth and self-discovery. In seeking to understand and navigate my own quarter-life crisis, I found unexpected wisdom in my favorite art form, cinema. Welcome to Filmodernia. My name is Floribel, and today we are talking about how to overcome your quarter-life crisis. This is a 3-part series where we'll explore 3 must-watch movies for any lost 20-year-old. We'll also dive into how we can apply the lessons from these films to our own lives. Be advised, there will absolutely be spoilers. So with all that said, let's start off this series with a classic, The Graduate. Despite being almost 60 years old now, the movie's portrayal of the quarter-life crisis is timeless. This is Ben Braddock. He just graduated college with a prestigious degree and a long list of achievements. He's literally got his whole life ahead of him. Ben has perfectly followed his parents' plan for his life. But there's something wrong. Why does he feel like he's drowning? At his graduation party, he tries to explain his troubles to his father, but they are not taken seriously.
Worried? About what?
I guess about my future.
Despite his wishes to be left alone, his parents throw him into the crowd of party guests so he can be paraded like a trophy. Notably, there is no one Ben's age at his own celebration, only his parents, friends, and associates. They swarm around him, praising him for his many accomplishments and insisting to know what he will do next.
What are you going to do now?
I was going to go upstairs for a minute.
Oh, I meant with your future, your life.
Well, that's a little hard to say.
Despite his education and many accolades, the 21-year-old remains essentially a child who has never made any significant choices for himself. Then comes the choice that changes everything.
Hello, Benjamin.
Mrs. Robinson, a family friend who's known him his whole life, propositions him. At first, he runs away, but soon he is calling Mrs. Robinson to meet him in a hotel. Ben is obviously unskilled at making his own sound decisions. So what drives him to say yes? Let's start with his conscious motivations. These are the motivations that he's actually aware of. First, there's lust. He's a young man with little experience with women.
Is this your first time?
Is this what?
It is, isn't it? It is your first time.
That's a laugh, Mrs. Robinson. That's really a laugh.
It's not shocking that he would say yes to the first woman to overtly seduce him.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Wait a minute.
On your first time.
Who said it was my
afraid
first
of
time?
being
Wait a minute.
inadequate. I mean, just because you happen to be inadequate in one way.
Inadequate?
Second is Ben's desire for excitement. Until now, his life has been boring and predictable. When talking about their nightly meetings, he even tells Mrs. Robinson that,
I enjoy it. I look forward to it. It's the one thing I have to look forward to.
Third is his need for rebellion. He feels suffocated by his parents' and society's expectations of him. Obediently following the rules and doing whatever his parents tell him has only made him more miserable. This dynamic is expertly shown in his birthday scene. His parents again force him to perform in front of their friends, this time in the new scuba suit they bought him.
You're disappointing them, Ben. You're disappointing them.
Dad, can you listen?
I'll give you 10 seconds.
When he tries to get out of the pool, his parents laugh and push him back into the water. This symbolizes the parents' resistance to Ben creating his own identity, especially if it conflicts with their image of him as the perfect, high-achieving son. This scene is immediately followed by the start of the affair. He's desperate to rebel against his parents and have some sort of control over his life. When making a decision, it's important to take the time to understand what is driving you towards one choice over the other. Because often what we tell ourselves about our choices hides deeper psychological drives. In Ben's case, could there be any motivations that he's not aware of? First, the affair acts as the perfect distraction from choosing a career path. He would rather do nothing than have to face the uncertainty of his future. Second, he may even be trying to sabotage the perfect life that's been built for him. His resentment towards his parents and himself is making him act in self-defeating ways. Third is his constant need for validation. This hidden desire for approval directly conflicts with his longing for independence. So, despite his intent to rebel against his parents, the main authority figures in his life, his need for validation only transfers over to a different authority figure, Mrs. Robinson. This is subtly shown in the way Ben's mother is styled similarly to Mrs. Robinson.
Well, you don't drive around from midnight until noon the next day, Benjamin.
Oh, no.
Well, then what do? You meet someone?
Outside the surface-level sexual attraction, the uneven power dynamic is also part of what seduces him. She is the composed and calculating leopard, and him the vulnerable and obedient prey. He is attracted to her confidence and self-assuredness, traits that he sorely lacks.
He didn't see me.
Waiter, I will have a martini.
Yes.
Though exciting at first, the affair only deepens his emptiness. His days dissolve into a meaningless routine, drifting in the pool, drinking beer, followed by nights of hollow encounters in hotel rooms. Meeting Elaine, Mrs. Robinson's daughter, marks a turning point. For the first time, Ben interacts with someone who shares his generational crisis. She is the only person in the film who genuinely listens to his concerns, and they quickly form an emotional attachment.
I like you. I like you so much. You're the first thing for so long that I've liked. The first person I could stand to be with.
But things fall apart the very next day when Ben is forced to reveal the affair before Mrs. Robinson does.
What are you telling me? Benjamin, will you just tell me what this is all about?
Once the secret is out, Mrs. Robinson's confident facade completely crumbles. We see that she is just as lost as Ben is. His solution to this mess is gloriously impulsive. He becomes determined to marry Elaine. Never mind that she currently hates him or that he hasn't actually proposed.
Ben, this whole idea sounds pretty half-baked.
Oh, it's not. It's completely baked. It's a decision I've made.
What follows is the film's iconic climax, Ben racing against time to stop Elaine's wedding to another man. At first, it appears like this will be a typical Hollywood happy ending. Until the last few minutes. After triumphantly escaping on the bus, their faces shift from exhilaration to worry as they think, what now? This is when Ben and Elaine truly become adults. In this moment, they realize the gravity of their actions and that they cannot be reversed. Two sheltered, wealthy children have now lost all family support, emotionally and financially. How are they supposed to survive with no shelter, no income, or money of their own? Their Romeo and Juliet story does not end with them dying, but instead having to live with the consequences, good and bad, of their choices. The journey of Ben Braddock illuminates the complex nature of decision-making in early adulthood. The film also reveals how our decisions are shaped by a delicate interplay of conscious and unconscious motivations. When our decisions do not line up with our values or what we think we want, we're likely under the influence of hidden or repressed desires.
Do you think I'm proud of this?
I wouldn't know.
Well, I am not. No, sir. I'm not proud that I spend my time with a broken-down alcoholic.
By taking time to examine our true motivations, we can avoid making decisions that we'll later recognize as impulsive and destructive, rather than authentic and deliberate. Our relationship with our parents also casts a long shadow over our decision-making process, often in ways that we fail to recognize. Some of us diligently follow the path our parents laid out, seeking their approval and the security of a well-worn path. Others, in their determination to be nothing like their parents, rebel against their expectations and work tirelessly to forge an opposite path. But the obsession with wanting to be different from our parents is really just another form of letting them control our choices. The church scene perfectly illustrates this dynamic.
Oh, Jesus, God, no.
As Ben and Elaine's dramatic escape is fueled largely by their desire to defy their parents. Initially, Elaine wavers in her decision to marry Ben, but it's the looming shadow of her parents' failed marriage that ultimately drives her choice. Her fear of becoming like her mother, trapped in a meaningless life, pushes her to make a dramatic break. True independence emerges when we are free from the need to comply or defy our parents' wishes. In navigating this independence, young adults often find themselves trapped between paralyzing overthinking and reckless behaviors, like how Ben shifts from aimlessly avoiding career decisions to impulsively pursuing marriage with Elaine. The key lies in finding a middle ground, understanding that while we should think through our choices, we must also accept that no decision will ever be perfect. Rather than focusing on an impossible ideal, we should focus on making thoughtful choices that we can live with. This points to perhaps the most crucial lesson from the film: the importance of embracing consequences. Every significant choice carries both rewards and costs. Real maturity is about accepting responsibility for whatever choice we make. Whether or not we make the right or wrong decision, they all serve as opportunities for reflection and growth. So the next time you need to make a big decision, try asking yourself these questions. What's really driving this decision? Am I running towards something or away from something? What patterns do I keep repeating in my choices? Does this choice align with my actual values or someone else's? Can I live with the consequences? Hi, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Are you going through a quarter-life crisis? Have you overcome one already? If you have, leave us some advice below for those of us struggling out here. Next video in this series is going to be about Office Space. And if you want to know about what I think beforehand, you can always go down to the link below. I have the original blog post that inspired this 3-part series. But yeah, that is it. I will see you all real soon. Thank you so much. Bye.